Hello to everyone. So start with today's session. In today's session, we are starting with the SQL. What is SQL stand for? SQL is stand for Structured Query Language. In this session, we have discussed about what is SQL, types of commands, and what is the scope of these courses. And then further, we have discussed about the structure of query and then further practice. So we start with SQL. So basically, we have no. It is a programming language. It's used to manage a relational database and execute a various operation in data content inside them. Various operation by using a various commands and query we have to find inside from a data. SQL is used for transaction processing, analytics application, editing a databases, and we have to just adding, updating, and removing all the rows in a subset of information inside the databases. We have to build or develop and integrate a script and data analyst want to set up performance queries with a frequently employed in SQL. The SQL has a most important thing for data analyst and data science. It is also used in our engineering fields. So then we have discussed about what is the commands in SQL. Basically, there is a four types of commands are using. First one is a DDL command, second was a DML command, and third one a DCL commands. And fourth one is a TCL. So basically, we have to start with the DDL commands. How is it? So DDL command is stand for a data defined language. DDL commands always deal about our schemas. We have to create in DDL command we have to create a databases and create a tables, alter a tables, drop a databases, truncate and rename. In these, all the structure change as a creation, deletion, and alteration of the table. It is used in a DDL command in a SQL. Then we have to move on DML commands. DML is a programming language. Basically, it is a mostly used in a data analytic field and a business analytic field. DML is a programming language. We have to manipulate a data and then we have to alter a data. We have to use a change data and get a rollbacks from a tables at any time. DML commands is used for inserting a new rows, deletion, exciting records, and updating just like you have to update something. We want a query to update exciting records, and we have to extract all the data from a SQL table we meet our needs. So basically, DML is a command we have to cover. It is used to insert, delete, update, call, explain, call, and logs. And then we have to move on further topics. It is a TCL language. DCL is a stand for a data control language. It is utilized for the control a data stored in a SQL table. We have to authorize access of a data and we have to provide some predefined privilege. Just like we have know that DCL is a we have to know about a DCL. We have some benefits from a user sides. The users give to privilege. Just like we have to access the data or not. In this, we have fields to cover a grant and revoke. Just like you have to, there is a mini folder like we have just open and if we get there's a password or all this thing. This type we have to authorized or unauthorized. It is controlled by data control language. And the fourth one and last one is a transaction control language. What is TCL? TCL is a stand for a transaction control language. It is generally used for a transaction in a various field. Just we have to know about this in a market. There's a various apps regarding a phone pay, Google's Pay, Paytm. In all this app, we have a lots of transaction in each and every seconds. We have get a lots of data. How we can deal with data? There's a process is known as transaction control language. Using a TCL commands, we have to save our transaction database and roll back them to precise point. We have We can also use a save point to create our transactions. In a TCL commands, we have a deal about a commit and roll. And the most important point is what is the scope of this course. Basically, in every course, we have to know what's the scope. So SQL is a very vast language. It is used in engineering fields and engineering database administration, business analytics, and data science. In this course, especially designed to mind use of the data scientist. The course is majorly focused on a data manipulating language and some concepts we, which we important to preview a data scientist. In this course, basically we have to find insights from a data by via various query. In after this session, we have further discussed about DML commands and move on a SQL workbench, and we have to write SQL command, how in words, how we can create a table, how we can show our databases, and all these things we have discussed in a further session. Okay, thank you. Please like and subscribe this channel.